Good evening, everybody. Welcome to DayZ. Welcome to the... Oh, God, I was so busy watching the stream, I didn't spot that I was overfeeding myself there. Always very, very dangerous. Hopefully we won't be sick. Yeah, sorry. We're on the Xbox Series S here, which is very exciting. And I am actually multi-streaming right now. Good evening, Carl Jr. Taylor. Thanks for joining the stream. I'm multi-streaming, would you believe it, from an Xbox Series S to Twitch and YouTube at the same time. How fantastic is that? Without a capture card, without using an extra PC or anything like this. It's just using a service called Aircast. So my Xbox Series S, as you know, Xboxes can't stream directly to YouTube. They can only stream directly to Twitch. So you stream directly to Twitch, and then Aircast for free takes that stream and fires it back to YouTube, which is very exciting. So it means I've got two lots of chat kind of keep up on. But it also means that if you've got an Xbox, you know, and you're thinking, oh, I wish I could stream directly to YouTube, you know, because I mean, Twitch, don't get me wrong, Twitch is great, and Twitch is the place where people go for streaming, but YouTube's great because you have the longevity of your VODs, you know, and this is fantastic. This is one of the final pieces in the puzzle for Xbox for me. The fact that you can do this. The other problem with Xbox is the fact that you can't. Oh, a spade. Oh, that's interesting. The other problem is that it doesn't have a built-in video editor. And with the power of the Xbox Series S or the X, they should have a built-in video editor by now. It's crazy that they don't. So hopefully the video looks okay, and hopefully my voice is... Did I just put my combat knife away? Hopefully my voice is coming through okay. I'm trying to... Right, okay. Now, I haven't actually been on the Xbox for quite a long time. Done lots of testing and lots of stuff. So I haven't got a clue where I am. Now, this is my Scale Speeder Gaming PvE server, so I don't have to worry. Almost didn't pick them up, did I? So I don't have to worry about getting shot in the head. These are PvE only servers, and in fact. Oh, there's two of us on at the moment, which is cool. But the chances of bumping into anybody are very, very low. Ooh. Look how good the... if I can remember it. God, I can't even remember the controls. How do you zoom in? You're looking at something I can't remember. Oh my god! Why can't I? Oh, there. Oh, have you got to tap it? You got to double tap it, haven't you? Look how good that water bottle looks. Does that water bottle look good? Everything looks and sounds great, says It's Dano. Thank you very much. Steam is working. Sounds good. Good. Be interesting to see what the FPS is as well when I watch this back, because broom. I am rusty as hell. Yeah, so the beauty of the Xbox Series S. Yeah, you were right. Yeah, it's top left shoulder button bumper. So looking at that. So I'm playing on the Xbox Series S. So hopefully this looks. Ugh. He's got a nice bag, hasn't he? I think I need to repair my clothes. They don't look in very good condition. He's got a really nice bag, that zombie. I quite like this small bag. It's very nice. Okay. Right, so what was I? So I was saying about the Xbox Series S, wasn't I? So the beauty with the Xbox Series S is that it runs DayZ beautifully. Honestly, absolutely beautiful. What mic do I use? I'm just using a really crappy old. I've got a HyperX 2 headset that I've probably had for 7 years, and it's the mic off that, so it's probably it's not the best mic in the world, but it's all I've got at the moment. I'd imagine I sound a bit like an airline pilot. And I have to have the mic pretty close to my mouth as well, otherwise the volume's too low. So you tend to hear me breathing all the time. So back to the Series S. Yeah, the Series S is absolutely fantastic at playing DayZ. So cool. 1080p, 60 frames a second. Feels like you're playing on PC. Really does. It's very good. But I need to go back to Twitch. No, nobody's saying anything on Twitch. But thank you everybody for joining tonight. My plan is not to stream for too long. I won't mind just figuring out where I am. Looking at my inventory, what have we got? We've got plenty of bandages, but we need some alcoholic tincture probably to disinfect them. We've got a can of Coke. We can repair our clothes. We've got some duct tape. We've got a couple of empty mags for the M4. We've got night vision goggles on. What else? We've got lots of seeds. We've got some dog food left, or mysterious meat, whatever it is. Unknown food can. What's that? 556 by 45. Oh, that's good. Is that for the 556 by 4? All right. So we can fill up. We can put some bullets in our mags. So things are looking all right. Bob Crutch says, "Hello there. Hope you're well. Very well. Thank you for coming along to the stream. Bit of a test tonight, really. This is from the Xbox Series S to YouTube via Twitch. So just seeing how well it works. Using pro binoculars while playing on my Series S almost made me chuckle. Yes, you honestly, if you're on an OG Xbox at the moment, like an Xbox One S, or even a One X, or even an Xbox OG, or a PlayStation 4, and you like playing games like DayZ and PUBG, if you get an Xbox Series S, it'll blow you away. And I think the really cool thing as well is, if you're a PlayStation user, and you go to Xbox and you get Game Pass, I think DayZ and PUBG, they're both on it, on Game Pass. So you don't have to buy them, you just get them part of that. Then you get all the other cool games as well. And it is so smooth. Honestly, it's like playing on a high-end PC. Now, I am only playing this at 1080p, obviously, but I think it looks fantastic. Where on earth am I? See, when you suddenly go to 60 frames a second, everything looks more 3D. You know, like this tree. I don't know whether it comes across in the stream at all, but it looks so 3D-ish. Because a lot of the time, I don't know whether DayZ does it, but they keep performance up by using variable resolution. So in order to keep it chugging along, there's a gunshot shot somewhere. They reduce the resolution, but as far as I can tell, on the Series S, it seems to bang along at 60 frames a second all the time. I think the only time, maybe when you zoom through scopes, you might see it chug a tiny little bit. It's Dano says you should try doing some of the servers that allow mouse and keyboard for DayZ on the Xbox. Yes, Bob, you're near Sinistock and Topolinki. All right, thank you very much, Bob. Thank you. I just feel like going for a walk in the apocalypse. You know, somebody's having a merry old time. Sounds like they're being attacked by zombies. It just makes DayZ such a joy again. You know, you forget. It really does. You're just like, wow. And I'm not saying, you know, that the Xbox Series S is cheap, but at 250 quid. And the really cool thing, actually, if you're thinking about it, is if you go onto Microsoft's website, they do the Series S and the Series X on like almost like payment plans where you hire it, you rent it. let's just close some doors in here so we can't get crept up on. Right, let's have a look at our gear. What have we got? Damaged, so just do a little bit of repairing on our jacket. Just worn now. What about our vest? Badly damaged, right, we really want to do a bit of work on that before it becomes ruined. Oh, wait a minute, can't you, do you have to use a... Alright, you've got to use a sewing kit on a vest, I guess. Have I got one? No. Alright, we have to be careful with that vest then, since it's almost had it. How about our trousers? Badly damaged. Right, okay. Better. How about our backpack? How's that doing? Just worn. And our shoes? Still pristine. Okay, that's good. Right, next, let's unpack this box of bullets. Nice. What else have we got? We've got some chlorine tablets. We can sort our knife out. Got some tetracycline. Excellent. Blood collection kit. Can we use that, can we? Collect my blood. Yes, please. Right, so we can use that later on. Okay, what's that? Oh, gun. We've got a gun cleaning kit. Right, let's have a look at M4. How's our M4 doing? Still pristine. Okay, and how many bullets have we got in the mag? 22. That's very good. Right, let me catch up with the chat. Aaron D says, I've noticed most of the DayZ content you post is from PlayStation 4. How come? Well, most of the gameplay videos, Aaron, are from the PlayStation 4 because I like to stream to YouTube. And the PlayStation 4 makes it very, very easy to stream to YouTube. You just hit a button and you're streaming straight away. But now that I've managed to do this, where I can stream to YouTube direct from my Xbox Series S, I'll be doing a lot more Xbox stuff as well. Stanley says, using permanent... Bob says, you're near... Oh, wait a minute, I've got behind. Day Gaskin says, yo man, your videos really helped me get back into XML enjoying DayZ. Appreciate you been modding a Livonia server mainly from your vids. Well, thank you very much, Day. Glad you're enjoying it. Cody Matlock says, any new stuff we can do with the XML files? Well, I don't know whether you guys have seen all the stuff from Bohemia Interactive, but with DayZ 1.14, we're getting, it looks like toxic zones or radiation zones around the map. Definitely one by the ship in northeast Chernarus, maybe one somewhere else as well on Livonia, and they could well be editable via XML. That's just postulation. I don't know whether it will or not, but you kind of expect it to be able to do that. If you can, fantastic. Bob Crutch says you can repair whilst wearing it. Oh, can you? I didn't know that. NeoGenX says, I don't have Xbox or any console, but I just wanted to stop and say hello. And thank you so much for all the tutorial videos. Without them, I would never have gotten a lot done with my server. Hey, NeoGenX, it is a pleasure. It really is. I enjoy doing the videos, and I'm going to be working on one this week, hopefully, about helicopter crashes. NeoGenX says, I do have a question about the banker mod if you have time at some point. I've been working on getting this to work for myself for hours. It works for other players, just not me. I'm the owner admin. Right, I guess you're talking about something to do with traders, aren't you? I wish we could do the building stuff like PC, says Cody. Yeah, I know. Let's see what the future brings. I think the important thing is to enjoy DayZ for what it is, because it is a very special, magical game. And then, if Bohemia Interactive choose to bring different mods to the game, then great. I mean, one thing I would say is something that's happened today as well, is there is a big kerfuffle, if you like, about modding on PC in DayZ. With what's been happening is that people have been so with the, as you know, on console we can do XML modding, can't we? And we can do an awful lot with that with XML modding. You can add buildings to the map, you can change the loot, you can do loads of cool stuff, bring stuff in that isn't in the game that used to be in the game, things like cigarettes and the books and stuff like that. On PC, you can do a lot more. And one of the things that happens is people create. We got a server restart. Okay, we have to wait a couple of minutes. Gives us a chance to talk about this. So one of the things that people do is they will create a mod for a server or servers, and they will sell that mod. So they won't make it free on Steam, which is like the PC marketplace. They'll sell it. So they'll say, right, I've got this helicopter mod. You can buy it off me, and it will cost you, $50. And so you go, okay, yeah, that sounds great, and you get the helicopter mod on your server, and you fly around in this helicopter mod. Very cool. And there's two things that have been happening with some of these mods. The mod has actually got a back door in it, so the people who make the mod then sell access to your server to cheat sites, so cheaters can come in and cheat on your server. This is terrible. And then the next thing that happens is that a couple of months down the line, the mod owner comes back and says, do you really like that mod? And you go, oh yeah, it's so cool, we love flying around in helicopters. So they go, right, yeah, cool. If you want to keep on using it, that's another $50, please. And then if you say no, they sabotage your server. So when we say we haven't got mods, see if we can get in. They're a double-edged sword, mods, and you can understand why the likes of PlayStation and Xbox want to keep them off console. I could really understand that. Yeah, NeoGenX. Yeah, that it's a big controversy about that sort of thing. The fact that, and this could happen with official Steam mods as well. Stuff that's on the Steam Workshop. People could build a backdoor into it that gives them admin control. So when they come on your server, they've got admin control. So they can then, spawn stuff in, fly around the map, all that sort of stuff. Nobody actually curates or edits or checks the mods before they go up onto Steam. And PlayStation and Xbox are very, very defensive about their about the Xbox and PlayStation's ecosystem, if you like, because they don't want it to get hacked. So we do have cheaters, don't we, on DayZ, on Xbox and PlayStation? You do have people who take advantage of glitches and all that sort of stuff. But you generally don't get people using aimbots on console and things like that. So just bear that in mind as well when you're thinking, I wish they'd give us all this stuff. A lot of other stuff comes with it as well. NeoGenix says, it's the ATMs. They work for others. They can use them. For me, when I try, I don't get a UI for the ATM, and it bugs my character when I can interrupt them in a few minutes. I haven't had a go with that mod, NeoGenX, at all, so I can't really say anything about it. So yeah, I don't know, to be honest. I don't know. If I get around to it, I'll have a look into it and do a video. Here we go, loading back in. Looks there's about a 20-second delay between what I'm playing and the YouTube stream, which isn't too bad, I don't think. Yeah, no, it's one of the things I'll add to this. Here we go. Right, it's 10 o'clock in the morning. So another thing that the Scale Speeder gaming servers do is that whenever they restart, they go back to 10 o'clock in the morning on, I think it's in July. So the idea is it's not too cold. Right, let's have a look round. See what we can find. Orienteering compass. No, I've already got one, haven't I? Have I got a compass? Yeah, I've got one. Here's a fun fact. Did you know originally the orienteering compass was only available inside the boxes of cereal? And then it was a light chance there. So you would get a box of cereal and there could be a orienteering compass inside it. How cool is that? I guess the colours are a bit washed out because I took some blood, didn't I? Running shoes. Tell you what, I'm going to take some running shoes. Next time I need to creep past some zombies. A Colt 1911. Ooh. Well, there's two Colt 1911s. Oh, we'll have that. Right, okay, with a silencer on. So let's have that, and then let's pick up this other one. Or is that a glitch? I think that's a glitch, isn't it? There's something odd going on there. Okay. Hopefully my character isn't glitched and I can pick stuff up. Let's try and pick that up. Yeah, okay. Let's drop that. Nice. Silenced pistol. Cool. Tell you what we could do. While we're here, that was cool, wasn't it? Magically. Let's plant some seeds. What other seeds have we got? We've got pumpkin seeds, pepper, pump some pumpkins. Cool. Right. Where's my knife gone? How is my knife? Worn. Okay, cool. Cody Matlock says, I really hate the damage system now. What do you mean, Cody? Which bit don't you like? Kawski566 says, hi, Scale Speeder. Hi, Kawski. Obi Fun to Know Me says, hi, Rob. Hi, Obi. Good to see you. Bob says, I have a glitch like that. It shows 2 scorpion pistols, but you can only take 1. Yeah, I think it's just something that happens, isn't it? Right, so let's wander off and see what other stuff we can find. And then There's gas canisters everywhere, isn't there? I've just got to change that. Oh, axe. Nice. I do like a good axe. It's not what it used to be, but packed pumpkin seeds. So we've just got room to come back and check those seeds out, see if we can grow something after we've had a look around the town. Some duct tape, always worth having. And the first of our zombies. In fact, what we want to do now right, we've put our trainers on, so we should be quieter. NeoGene says, so is this your personal server you're on? Yes, so this is the one of the Scale Speeder Gaming PvE private servers. It's a bit of a mouthful, isn't it? Oh, hiking backpack. So I created these servers for PlayStation and Xbox and PC as a safe place for people to explore and learn and enjoy DayZ without having to worry about getting shot in the back of the head. So as soon as private servers came out for console, got them. Ran one for PlayStation. Yeah, I think it was it PlayStation the first one? Yeah, ran one because with the private servers, what we could do is you couldn't do much, but what you could do is change the length of night and day, and that's something we really wanted. You wanted servers that were daytime all the time, so that when you logged on, if you only had like half an hour to play, you know it wasn't going to be in the middle of the night. So that was really important. And then we got things like the ability to edit XML mods, which was very important and led to kind of what we have now, which is an amazing opportunity to mod on console. And so I've got 2 PlayStation servers. One for Chernarus, one for Livonia. The Chernarus server, which is this one, is boosted loot, basically. There's boosted loot. The Livonia is virtually vanilla. And then Xbox is the same. We've got boosted Chernarus and we've got vanilla Livonia. And the PC is just Chernarus. They're pay to play, so it's $2 a month. And that gets you access to all of the servers, and that money goes towards the upkeep of the servers and paying for the servers and that sort of stuff. It's a nice little community we have of people. I really think of these servers as springboards for people into other servers, more PvP servers, or the public PvP servers. You can come on these servers. You can learn how to survive and how to build, how to hunt, all that sort of stuff, because there's enough stuff to practice with that. I think I could do a stealth kill on this guy. Excellent. That is such a cool mechanic now, isn't it? The fact that you can do that. Yeah, and you can learn how to do all this stuff. Can you fill your bottle up from here? You can, can't you? You can do all this stuff without running getting shot in the head. You know, so even as a brand new starter to DayZ, you can. As long as you can survive past the first 10 minutes, you can pretty easily have a really good run, go to the military base, get an M4, and really get to know the game and have some fun. And get night vision goggles, that sort of stuff. That's the idea behind it. We have the occasional events as well, like nighttime events, PvP events, occasionally, not very often. But it's a relaxed version of DayZ. Obi Funtamose, just wondering, have you been to Devil's Castle? Yeah, well, not in real life, but yes, in DayZ, yes, many times. Neogenic says, I feel the zombies are buggered. I mean, when you are sprinting and they still can catch you and smack the crap out of you, it's ridiculous. Zombies are more difficult than they used to be. Cody says, if you mag dump a guy with a LAR or an M4, you die instantly, not just get knocked. And I shot a guy with a blaze on double shot at 300 metres and to the head, and they get right back up. Like, what? That does sound a bit weird. Devil Castle is good, but it's too far from anywhere to be useful, says Bob. Right. I don't really know what I'm looking for here. It's a bit of a one-horse town, this, isn't it? I suppose we could go back and we could water our plants, couldn't we? See if they've started to grow yet. Ooh! 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 What have we got here? Ooh, we found ourselves some wheels. Oh yeah. Right, okay, let's get her fueled up. Okay, brilliant. Fantastic. This is a great example of something that's on the private server, in the fact that all the vehicles are, the vehicles that spawn in are ready to go. You just need to put fuel in them, put water in the radiator, if you can find where the fuel cap is. Where's the fuel cap? I'm sure it's there, isn't it? And they've all got something in the back, so that might be weapons, or it could be fishing stuff, or it could be hunting stuff. Yeah, it's cool. That's brilliant. That's a bit of a surprise. I didn't think there'd be any left now, because the server's been running for a good 3 months, I think, something like that. I wish you could stack watchtowers again and stack a fence gate. Yeah. They need to make it so you can make bases more secure, don't they? That is definitely a problem. It's too easy to break into bases. There should be more ways to secure bases. Let's go and get some water. Now, I don't recommend you fill your car radiator at home with water from a stagnant pond. Probably won't do your engine much good. Actually, with these Eastern European cars, it probably don't make no difference, you know? Bob says, agreed, Cody. Yeah, you need to. It's a tricky thing, isn't it? It's a balancing issue. Really is a balancing issue. I mean, personally, I kind of think, if you ask me, what mods do I want to see coming? What should come officially to DayZ on console? should they bring across. I think 100%, if they want DayZ on console to explode and have a lot longer life and to retain the player base, they need to bring over the trader mod to console. They need to buy the trader mod off the guy, the main PC guy, or license it off him, or come up with their own mod, because the ability to have a trader on a server, or a number of traders, transforms the way people can play the game, which is really cool. It doesn't have to be on every server, but the fact that you can run around Cherno as a fresh spawn and get a load of stuff together, find some stuff, go to a trader's house, trader's area that's safe, where you can't be killed by other people, sell your stuff, and then buy a gun or some ammo, and then go off and have some PvE fun. Really speeds up the loot cycle of the game. And I think, although lots of people go, oh no, we don't like traders, that without a doubt, traders and the trader mod has kept DayZ going for a long, long time. So that's the first one that I would like to see. And then the next one is, I would like to see the ability to add doors and barriers to existing houses. You know, say a place like this, you should be able to hammer planks over all these windows so people can't get through them, and you should be able to put a lock on the door. You know, I know you can sort of build stuff inside, can't you? But you should be able to fortify existing buildings, because that's what you would do in the apocalypse, wouldn't you? You wouldn't build and Fort Alamo or the Alamo or in the middle of a field. You know, if you were here, you wouldn't build something here. You would secure an existing building. You know. That's what they should bring across. Those two mods, I would suggest. That would be absolutely fantastic then. Where's the radiator cap? Cody says, and better trucks, or at least a little bit faster, because they're slow as crap. Yeah, the M3S is a little bit of a slow thing in it. Build Anywhere mod, Trader mod, and digital code locks, and some new tents and money system. Digital code lock, yeah, interesting, yeah. I would like to see, if it comes to money, I'd like to see the. You wouldn't use money in the apocalypse, would you? You wouldn't use cash, because it would mean anything. You know, you'd just break into banks or ATMs and you would nick all the money. Paper money would be worthless. You couldn't have credit cards or anything like that. I think they would have to do things like you would make the currency nails or medicine, antibiotics, or cigarettes, or tobacco, that sort of stuff. Or you have a completely barter-based economy where there is no money. Everything's based on bartering. So you want this, you want this M4, right? Well, I want 4 boxes of nails, or I want a suppressor for an AK. Everything's barter-based. But the problem with that is that practically that becomes quite difficult to do. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. Should we drive round? Right, let's have a look. Yeah, so I would probably have the money. I wouldn't have the money as rubles. I would have something like, maybe you'd introduce gold coins or something. But it's got to be something that fits in with the idea of the apocalypse. I think so. Yeah, I think medicine, cigarettes would be pretty good. That sort of stuff. So in the back of this there is a Blaze. Oh, a Tundra, sorry. Yeah, the Tundra with a hunting scope. And there's the ammunition for it as well. Very nice gun. I tell you what, because we've got some wheels now, we can take some of this stuff off, can't we? So let's get rid of the spade. And let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of all these seeds. Have I got another box of ammunition? I have. Cool. Take that. Right, so now we've got some more of that. Let's load the Tundra up just in case we need her. Look at that. Oh, look at that. How cool is that? Does it only take one bullet at a time? No. There we go, that's better. That's better. Look at that. Oh, love the Tundra. Love the hunting scopes. Love them. Oh, we got a bottle of water as well. So we got another bottle of water and a lighter. Okay, so we've got some cool stuff. Right, let's catch up with the chat. Cody Matlock says, like the building plus plus. Exactly like that, yes. I think they need to fix the 2012 bugs first. Well, you know, yeah. Rubles from PC? Could be. I just don't like the idea of having paper money in the apocalypse. Animation procrastination. It's easy for you to say. Says, I named my old DayZ Xbox server Icarus. Yes. Bob says, the only trade system is swapping items, a car for a LAR type thing. Yeah. But then you would have a situation where you've got to go to a trader and the price for the car would be 4 LARs. I suppose you could do that, but it would be quite... Or it could be 4 LARs or 400 nails or something like that. The idea of introducing some sort of money system like gold or cigarettes, or it enables you to make it a little bit simpler. But, you know, I think we can explore these ideas, can't we? Zix Tatram says, it's a shame DayZ on PC is full of Chinese hackers, both officials and community servers. Is it? Yeah. Well, we were talking earlier about it. Oh, Bacco. Oh, right, I'm just going over to Twitch. Twitch says, Bolo Beanhead. Oh, I've seen you drive before. Want to become famous by followers, prime views, and big follows? No, thank you. That's, how do I get rid of that? Oh, I don't know. I've done something bad. Okay. Right, so let's go and see if any of our plants have grown. Here we go. Oh, that lovely purr of the motor. Alright, where is it? Right, so it wasn't that one. I could have sworn that was the one. Right, okay, so nothing's grown. Okay. Because I didn't water anything, did I? Okay, so everything started to grow. Cool, cool, cool. Bob says, maybe Bohemia could do a Waterworld type game. I think they're working on the next Armour one at the moment, Bob. You need to fertilise them. Yeah, I haven't got any fertiliser though. Marshlands is an idea. Yes. Zik says, the closest to Livonia and Chernarus would be marsh and mountains. Yeah, good idea. Right, okay, so where did we say we are? I can't remember where did you say I was. I've got no idea. So we came from that way, didn't we? So fertiliser seems to be hard to find. I'll add some for the next update. Sorry, Grandma. Topolinki. Right, okay. So where do we want to go then if we're at Topolinki? So Novaya Petrovka is left, and what's that other one? Try Cresta. Is that way. We could do a run down to Tricresta. It's an interesting place, Tricresta, isn't it? It's very interesting. It's a cool little bit of the map. And then we could come back because by then our plants should have grown, shouldn't they? Yes, so let's go for a drive. Let's go down to Tricrest then. Let's enjoy this lovely mid-morning in Chernarus in the apocalypse, and go and see an interesting part of the map where there's some military tents. There's a petrol station there, isn't there? So we can fill up the petrol can. We'll get rid of the water. I always go. If you don't watch the DayZ podcast on a Saturday Night Live, or subscribe to the DayZ podcast, you should, because they have some really cool guests on it. And there was a guy on it a couple of months ago. I keep forgetting his name, but one of the OG DayZ players who created who was part of the team that created Survivor games for DayZ, which was like one of the original battle royales. This is right back in 2013. I just had a thought. We can go to the ski area, can't we? And check something out. Right, okay, so, yeah, right, we're going to go to the ski area as well. We're going to go to the ski area first, then come back to Topolinki, maybe, to get our food. Maybe, we'll have to see. Right, okay, so... Sometimes there's a vehicle up there. There is. Oh no, we'll leave it for someone else. And I always remember because they created Survivor games, and it was incredibly popular on Twitch. It made DayZ one of the most popular games on Twitch back in 2013, 2014. You know, people watched Twitch for the likes of StarCraft, and then DayZ came along and they ran the Survivor games, which was like a battle royale kind of. And the guys told the story of Brendan Green, the creator of DayZ, came around and was talking to them because he was kind of shipping, wanted to create like a battle royale. I think he'd done the H1Z1 mod by then or something anyway. And the story goes that he was subsequently shipping around PUBG, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, to different publishers, and people were saying no. And one of the publishers he went to was Bohemia Interactive, and they said no to PUBG. But you can see why. Here we go. PUBG and DayZ, well, the original map anyway, Erangel, they are so similar, aren't they? I mean, look at this. It could be the vehicles. Everything is so similar, and you think, what could have happened if Bohemia Interactive had got PUBG, and they had Brendan Green there to kind of keep them on the right path of creating a battle royale, that worked. Because okay, it was janky in 2017 when it came out, but even on Xbox it was playable. And then they could have brought that knowledge into DayZ as well, and obviously PUBG would have made Bohemia Interactive hundreds of millions of dollars. Now I know they make lots of money off DayZ and they make lots of money off Armour, but PUBG, that's we're talking billions. They probably made billions out of PUBG, and what would have happened then? Because one thing you've got to say about DayZ and Armour is that Bohemia Interactive have stayed pretty true to the the core concepts of those games. Where you can argue that, well, we know now that Brendan Green isn't part of PUBG anymore. He left like last year. Right, let's. Right, so that's what we want. We want that IV kit, don't we? So now, if we need to, we can give ourselves some blood back. Epinephrine or adrenaline, codeine pills. Okay, sounds like there's some deer nearby. Ooh. Let's go and see if we can bag us a deer. Bob says, not on my server. Moxie says, good evening, how are you streaming this from Xbox? Ah, Moxie. Okay, so this, I'm using a service called Aircast, which is a free service that re-streams your Twitch stream back to YouTube. So as you well know, the Xbox can only stream to Twitch directly, which is a bit of a pain in the arse. And before, what I tried to do, I used to use my capture card, my USB capture card with my old laptop. But the problem with that is it didn't work very well, and I had terrible troubles with the audio, and I could only do it at 720p, and it was a right pain in the arse. However, using this service, I can do it very, very easily. Obviously, I've done lots of videos about it, which I'll be releasing over the next Okay, so they're definitely close, these deer. I feel like I'm right on top of them. Aha! So what do we go for? Do we go for the big one or do we go for one of the little ones? Go for the lady. Ooh, look at that. Aren't the animals in DayZ amazing? Look at that. It's just brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. It's one of the most underrated parts of DayZ. Does my knife need some attention? One. Look at all this. Am I going to have to carry all this? I don't know if I am. Almost. Guess we can probably drop those seeds, can't we? What else could we drop? Okay. There's a pelt there as well, but so what we could do if we were to drop the knife, eat the food, eat the unknown can. Right, take the knife. Can we then take the other steak? No, we can't. But we could... We got 2 water bottles, have we? Just got the one. One water bottle there. We could drop those seeds. We don't need them anymore. Okay, and then we could put that into our arms. Right, and then we'll leave the rest. Coolio. Bob says, who's given this a thumbs down? Some sad efforts about. Uwe says, hi Rob, good to see you on Xbox. You were close to our base previously. Oh, was I? Oh, I could have come and said hello. Had a cup of tea. Yeah, so if you've just joined Uvis, I've now got the ability to stream very, very easily from Xbox to YouTube. In fact, right this moment, I'm streaming from Xbox to Twitch and YouTube at the same time, which reminds me I should check the Twitch chat. Rusty Stanks. Rusty, good evening, sir. Apologies if you're watching on Twitch and I don't answer the chat. It's because I'm streaming to YouTube at the same time, so I've got trying to keep an eye on both streams. See, those animals are amazing, aren't they? Really, really amazing. Right, so let's put this in the back of the car so we don't waste it. Let's take, can we take that, can we? Right, let's go and, are there any, oh there is a house here. Okay, so we've got a choice here, we can, I want to move the car actually, let's move the car. They get terribly excited, these zombies, don't they? Bloody hell. Well, that didn't end very well for you, did it? wheel spin there. Okay, that looks like as far as we're going to get. Okay, so we'll leave the car there. I think what we'll do is we'll put the Tundra in the boot. We'll take the M4 and that'll do. Right. Now let's head up to the top of the mountain. Bob says, I ran over 2 boars the other day, but I didn't stop. That is a terrible waste. Bob on Twitch says, car wheels can get damaged in this game on rough terrain. Yeah, I've never had a puncture yet. Never had a puncture yet. So what we're doing now is we're heading up to the top of the ski resort. And if you're watching on Twitch or YouTube, I am actually streaming from my Xbox Series S to Twitch and YouTube at the same time. So if I don't answer your chat on either of them, I do apologise. But I've got to keep flicking backwards and forwards on my laptop to make sure I haven't missed anybody. Because I don't think you can get a car up here. But there may be something up here unless somebody's got to it before me. Look how smooth that is. Hopefully the smoothness of the Xbox Series S is coming over in the video. Bob says, I don't need any meat. I have a barrel full of bacon tins. Oh, but you've got to have a varied diet, Bob, you know. If you just live on bacon all the time, your character's going to die of heart attack. Wouldn't that be cool if you had to think about nourishment that way? You know, if you never ate any greens, like if you never bother growing any vegetables, you could get like scurvy, you know, or rickets. You know, you had to have a balanced diet. Because in Scum, if you eat too much, you get fat, don't you? Can you imagine that in DayZ? I wish now. I used to be a smoker, but I gave up sort of 20 years ago. I wish they had working cigarettes in DayZ though, because I could imagine if you were in the zombie apocalypse, being able to have a nice cigar, have that Hamlet moment, or a cigarette every now and again would be one of life's small pleasures, wouldn't it? In fact, that would be part of the. I've talked about this on stream before. The idea of I think there should be a sanity bar, if you like, as well. So you should have food, drink, temperature, blood, and you should have sanity and or morale. And you know, if you were to do something like say you've been out in the rain for a long time and you're wet for a long time, your morale would go down, so your endurance would drop. For example, let's say that you had to kill lots and lots of zombies all the time, one after the other, your morale would start to drop. You could even have it where if you killed lots of people, your morale would drop. But maybe if you helped someone, if you gave them some food, your morale would go up. If it was a sunny day, you know, your morale would go up. If you found some fresh shoes and put some fresh shoes on, your morale would go up. That sort of stuff. If you're eating out of cans all the time, you'd be like, oh, your morale would be pretty crap. But if you cooked yourself a nice meal, now often there's lots of zombies up here, so we might have. Let's pop a few, shall we? do like that part of the game, shooting zombies. I really do. The shooting in this game is so good. Look what I see. Look at this as well. This is brilliant, isn't it? So good. Look what we've got here. Nobody's found it. So what you've got here, this is a one-off spawn, this truck. This is the travelling trader truck. So if you've been on my servers, you'll know that at Novi Sabor there is the trader shop, which is just a shop. In fact, this might have been me. I might have set this up already previously. I think I have. And the idea with this truck is it had other goodies inside, which I've probably taken all out now. Look, so the idea is this would be the trader truck you would drive around in. So there's night vision goggles, there's loads of nails, all that sort of stuff. I think I've transferred a load of stuff into this tent. Yes, look, there's a LAR. I think I did anyway. Might have been me. Or it might not have been. This might be somebody else's base. I can't remember. So the truck definitely spawns here, and I know I've definitely set tents up like this, but I don't know whether this is mine or not. I might have done it on the PlayStation server. I'm not sure. Neojic says, lol. Bob Crotch is waddling away from the zombies. They do say that survival starts in your head. Absolutely. Bob Crotch said, I'll be no good. As soon as I get cold and wet, I'd get pissed. Well, there you go. Have you ever flipped your car? Not Ross. No, I haven't. Bolo Beanhead says, if you want items to despawn, do you simply have to take them out of your tent, even if they're in the building? Yeah, and you want to throw them away, so they're far away, or you want to damage them, so put them in a fire or something like that, or shoot them, and then they will despawn. Right, but we've got to cook some food, haven't we? Look at this as well. Love these. Look at that map. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so let's go in here and let us should we do this the clever way? Do it the fast way. In fact, what you can do is we could do this actually. Oh. Dum-de-dum-de-dum, don't mind me. Put that there. I got no more rags. Oh. Oh, yeah. Okay, right, let us go and get some wood. Oop, wrong way. Get some more. It's starting to rain as well. Getting out of the rain before it gets wet. Close the doors so don't let any zombies in. Apologies if I'm ignoring the chat. Right, oh, we've got some matches. Nice. Nice. Right, let's go and check on the stuff upstairs. Getting nice and warm. Take our vitamins for the day. They're ready. Ooh, that means downstairs will probably be ready really quick soon as well. Okay, so we just got to wait for the ones to smoke now. So we could eat some of this lovely. And we're going to let it cool a little bit, haven't we, first? Or is that just in the mouth, Square? If you eat food that's too hot, it damages you. Let me catch up with the chat. Deck123 says, can you do an updated modding video for PC, like how to install mods? Every time I try it tells me server unreachable. Good idea. Sergio says, quickly, what's the best survival experience game? DayZ, Icarus or Rust? That's a great question. It's got to be DayZ, hasn't it? DayZ is absolutely fantastic. Although Icarus could be Really good. Right, so let's take all these. Ooh. Hey, why don't you let me do stuff? Okay. Yeah, Icarus is very promising. Very, very, very promising indeed. Okay, right, we've cooked all the venison, I think, haven't we? Okay, so let's eat some of the stuff that's in our... In fact, we don't want to eat the smoked stuff, we want to keep that. Okay, let's eat some of the fat of the land. God, that would be so good, wouldn't it? Can you imagine venison? Oh, got a steak here as well. Let's eat a venison steak. Beautiful. You can just taste it, can't you? Right, what else have we got here? Oh, we've got some more fat. Let's eat some more fat. Yeah, Icarus was I very, very, really enjoyed Icarus playing over the weekend. Right, okay, that's it. We're full. It is... So, the first beta weekend, it was just... it was on easy, and it was just in the forest biome. So it looked a bit like DayZ, to be honest. And then as they release different biomes, there's going to be more weirder and weirder ones. So if you didn't know, the idea behind Icarus is that... the idea behind Icarus is that they've tried to terraform this planet to make it look like Earth, and it's gone wrong. So although some of it looks very much like Earth with bears and wolves and fish and that sort of stuff, humans can't breathe the atmosphere. So it looks like Earth, but it went wrong, so the planet was abandoned. However, some prospectors discovered these exotic materials, these exotics that were on the surface that you can mine, which are worth an awful lot of money if you can get them back to Earth. But it's very, very dangerous on Icarus. So the idea is that only the poorest people, if you could just about afford space travel to Icarus, and you can afford a crappy old spacesuit, you've got just enough money to get you down onto the surface. You get down onto the surface, you start hunting, and you build a base, and you start prospecting. You gather some materials, and then you go back up to the spaceship, the orbiting space station. You sell your exotics, you can get more gear, and then you can go back down again, and you can go to the more dangerous places with better gear. That's basically what's going to be the gameplay loop, and it's all PvE, so you don't have to worry about getting killed by anybody. And the building mechanics are fantastic. The crafting mechanics are brilliant. It's all very easy. It's all explained out. You've got a tech tree, really, really good. It's got a tech tree similar to the system in Rust, where you kind of learn blueprints almost as you go along. And it looks to me like Dean Hall, the creator of DayZ and Icarus, has taken the best bits out of games like Valheim and Rust and DayZ and Scum and put them into his survival game. And it is a survival game. It's not PvP, and that's what's excited me. And I was really impressed. I'm really looking forward to playing it. Hopefully they will bring it to console. Perfect console game, if you ask me. Perfect console game. People on console would love to have it. It's a budget game as well. It's only 20 quid, so looks cool. So really, really looking forward to more of it. See the rest of this. Right, so what have we got? We've got careful because we might get a little bit hot with all this stuff. So we've got quite a lot of food here. Quite a lot of food. Skizio says, hello everybody. Hello, no audio, but thought I'd drop a tab for the view. Thank you very much. Be awesome, like always. Thank you, Skizio. Bob says, hello Skizio, hope we are well. Skizio Smurf, not terrible yet, but the day's still young, so there's hope. Sergio says, is it going to have an open code thing like DayZ so we can mod it? We don't know. Skizio says, how long are you on for, Scale Speeder? I'm not sure. A little bit longer. Sergio says, it's gone wrong. Sounds about right. Skizio says, it's more of a prophecy than entertainment. Sounds like, eh? Sounds awesome. I'm looking it up as we speak. First I'd heard of it. Really, really cool. Sounds a bit like No Man's Sky. Kind of. But more, yeah. I describe it quite a few times in the videos that I've done for it as Rust for adults. Because Rust has actually got some really good PvE elements. You know, especially with the building. It's fantastic. And in Rust you can build all these electronic systems for making wind power or solar power. There's loads of stuff you can do in Rust beyond the PvP stuff. Deck123 says, what's your thoughts on the new DayZ 114 update coming? Maybe Toxic Zones. Very exciting. Can't wait. It's going to be superb, I think. Neo says, well, I love DayZ and Rocket. Had some good ideas. I don't trust him. He never finishes anything. Well, let's see. Bolo Beanhead on Twitch says, can you ruin a tent full of stuff, or do you have to take the items out first? You've probably got to take them items out first. I think if you ruin the tent disappears, and the stuff is just lying there on the ground. If so, how can I read that you can drive over it in a truck? I would be tempted to shoot it with a gun. Dismantle it and then shoot it with a gun. That's how I would do it, I think. Yeah, I mean, the thing about DayZ and Dean Hall, and the whole DayZ standalone releasing, finished back in the day. I mean, I've talked about this on stream before, about the idea that I'm not completely sure that Bohemia Interactive are completely behind DayZ. Bohemia Interactive, Armour 3 is their baby. Armour is their baby. And then you've got to think, this guy came along with his mod, Dean Hall, back in 2012. And it's a free mod. He releases it, and then I think the first couple of weeks that it was available, Bohemia Interactive sell another 2 million copies of Armour 2. So it makes Armour wildly successful, and people absolutely love it. So Bohemia Interactive scratching their heads, going, "Wow, this is pretty cool." And so they invite Dean Hall in. He becomes an employee. I mean, we don't know. I mean, imagine how difficult it would be going from somewhere like New Zealand to the Czech Republic to deal with a company, in a different country, and then all the trials and tribulations of trying to create this. DayZ is one of the first, if not the first, huge open world games. It was groundbreaking technologically as well. Bohemia Interactive at the time, they're not a huge company. I mean, they're still not a huge company now. So they had to come up with their own engine. Because this isn't the Armour engine. This is like an offshoot of it. And who knows what happened? I could imagine it was difficult. And at the same time, you'd have had the development of Armour 3, and all the stuff after that. And I kind of imagine that there's been a lot of to and froing about resources for DayZ and Armour. With Armour getting a lot more stuff than DayZ ever got. And at the moment, they've only got a handful of people working on it. So what happened? I mean, we'll probably never really know what happened with Dean Hall and DayZ, but let's not forget that he came up with the first iteration of this amazing game that we all love to play, and millions of people have played it all over the world. And DayZ has changed the face of gaming. Absolutely. There have been many pretenders to DayZ to try and recreate it. Few, if any, have succeeded. And it's inspired many people to do other things. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, but one. That's the sort of stuff. So we've got to give the guy, and to have two wildly successful games for one, independent studio, or one person working in an independent studio, that's quite a tall task, isn't it? So there we go. So that's what I think, anyway. Schizo says, I've heard 2nd of next month, so expected to drop by early 2022. 1.14. Alright, okay, so that's quite a while off then. Sequoia says, hey, I really appreciate your videos for modding your servers. I've been having a lot of fun with it. Fantastic, Sequoia. Gradually enjoying it. Bob says, the Toxic Zone idea is okay. Then you'd have to use for the MB suit and items. Yes, finally we've got a use for those. Skizio says, Bob Cross, true. Hadn't thought of that. Absolutely, yeah. And let's not also forget the artillery sounds that are in the game. Well, it's raining. Now, I can't remember whether I did this or not. Did I take the... See, I'm not sure if this is someone else's base. The thing that makes me... the thing that I definitely could have done is taken the tent out the back of there, set up this tent and start to move stuff out of the vehicle. But the thing that I'm not sure about that makes me think it might not have been me, or somebody else has come along and added to this, is these landmines and grenades, because I tend to steer clear of landmines and grenades. Moxie Don will tell you. We had a very bad experience, must be a couple of years ago now, where I accidentally killed himself and myself with a grenade by trying to be funny, which I forever regret and feel very bad about. Not sure about going out in the rain. The Mighty Vinny on Twitch. Hello, sir. Welcome to a rather rainy DayZ. We've got to the top of the ski resort, cooked some venison, and the weather has closed in on us. So I think what I'm probably going to do is leave the truck, just in case somebody else has made this their base. I would feel bad if I took it. All those lovely nails. How are my gloves? Pristine. Okay, we're gonna leave it. We're gonna leave it. We came up. We visited the top of the mountain, haven't we? We've had a look round. We've killed some zombies. Ooh, who've mysteriously reappeared again. Stay still. How are you doing, Vinny? Hope everything's okay at work. So Vinny is over on the Twitch stream. Bob says, plunder it like a bandit, you know you want to. No, not if it's mine, Bob. Not if it's not mine. Deck123 says, I play on a server on PC with Toxic Zones and you have to use the NBC gear. It's great fun when the gas isn't melting your gas mask. Yes, I bet it is. Neogenex says, finders keepers or something. Yeah, I know. But we have a no base raiding, no stealing rule on these servers. We're not allowed to. It would look a bit bad if I accidentally stole somebody's stuff. Look at this view up here. Wait a minute, where's my M4? Oh, I thought I'd lost my M4 then. Look at this. Yeah, look, we're getting a few frame drops there, aren't we? And we're zoomed all the way in. That's not 60 FPS. So if you're joining the stream now, this is the Scale Speeder game of PvE private servers. We've just been to the top of the mountain at the ski resort just to cook some venison, have a nice meal. Have a look at the trader's truck that's up there, which might be mine, might not be. I'm not quite sure. And I'm streaming from my Xbox Series S to Twitch and YouTube at the same time, because this is also a little bit of a technical test tonight as well. And the rain has started again. Of course, I need to say this because everybody does. If you're in the chat and you haven't subscribed and liked on YouTube, please do so. If you're on Twitch, please follow. I'd appreciate that. That's kind of de rigueur, isn't it? You've got to say that sort of thing. Bob says, there's no raiding on my server. I turn the base damage off too. Good call. Bob says, mainly because there's loads of gear in-game, so plenty for everyone. Yes, that's the... But one thing that does happen, even with PvE servers where there's lots of gear, people like hoarding things. Well, I said, people like going out and... Because you've got to remember that also on a PvE server, there isn't that much to do apart from surviving. When you get to a certain level... You know, where you've got good kit, you've got weapons, you've got fresh clothes and all this sort of stuff. All there is really to do then is to go out and survive. Go out and hoard. So people end up with loads and loads and loads of stuff. So what we should do, because we're getting wet, we should definitely be taking our vitamins. Here's the wheels, just where we left them. Right, okay. It's Monroe says, hello Scale, hello It's, or Monroe. Sean says, both of your servers sound like bliss. I'm always getting griefed, haha. Deck123 says, how come you play DayZ on Xbox? I gave up and bought a PC. DayZ devs don't do enough for console players. They don't fix the lag, they just add new items. Well, this is pretty smooth. Bob says, yeah, I'm a hoarder, but I do share with anyone new. That is a good attitude to have. Right, okay, so... I'm kind of thinking... I wouldn't mind going to visit the ship Yes. Let's drive across the north of DayZ and head to visit the shipwreck. This thing is terrible up hills. Do we need the lights on? Has the rain stopped? Right, back up to Topolinki. Keep an eye out for helicopter crashes. You never know. Right, Novi is straight on, isn't it? But I'll tell you what we'll do. Before we go to Novi, let's go and check on those plants, see if they grew. Aha! Look at these beauties. Wow! Look at this. Mm. Some of them don't look very nice. Oh yeah, no. Oh, look at these tomatoes. Okay, let's eat. Let's have some fresh fruit, shall we? Keep healthy. Tasty, tasty, tasty. In fact, should have some pumpkin as well. Oh, look at this. Pumpkin slices. Oh, we've got some pumpkin seeds as well. I mean, in theory, we could cook and dry all this lot, couldn't we? That would take ages. Why don't we just rather take the seeds and cut out the seeds? Okay, so we've got tomato seeds. We've got pumpkin seeds. Let's take those. Okay, so we'll leave this just in case some hungry travellers pass. Unfortunately, it rots pretty quick, doesn't it? Like, they look pretty spoiled, don't they? Those pumpkins there. But yeah, wow. I love this idea. I remember when we first started playing DayZ, and you had the polytunnels and the greenhouses, and I remember I set a challenge actually on our servers, for people to grow plants inside these things, not realizing at the time you couldn't, but now you can. I mean, how fantastic is this? You just need to be able to build these things somewhere. Look, I mean, it's fantastic. When you ask what is the best survival game, DayZ. There it is. Right, okay, so let me catch up with the chat. It's Monroe says, how do you feel regarding the 1.14 stuff? Just added rad zones to my PC server. Hate to see if 114 really is what it looks like. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, to see what Sumrack's come up with. I think, remember Adam, Adam Franku, the developer of DayZ now, the lead developer, he's got some really good ideas, and I'm sure it'll be great. Bob says, there are 10 Lars on my server, and I have 8 of them. Wahaha. Deck123 says, lol, on my DayZ server I used to have about 20 zombies spawning at the ship with tier 4 loot there. Great idea. Sean says, I don't suppose there's any space in Xbox server for a friendly noob looking to learn the ropes. If you're over 18, Sean, and you want to pay $2 a month, then yeah. That's where you go. You've got to have a mobile phone registered to your Discord account as well, be 18 or over, pay $2 a month plus tax to my Patreon, and then you can get in. It's Monroe says, I like the idea, to be honest, Deck, not one I ever thought of when I was doing the Xbox XML stuff. Seth says, what's up, man? Is it just you in the server right now? Yes. DayZ123 says, it's Monroe. Yeah, we used to have loads of stuff like that on my server, but I gave up in the end because of the lag. Yeah. We tried making it more realistic, like why wouldn't there be 20 zombies at a crash ship? Like how did the ship get there with no one on board? Exactly. I feel your brother, says it's Monroe. Got the new Xbox, helps a lot with lag, but still those game crashes, so off to PC I was. It's Monroe says, you gave me an idea for the PC server, appreciate the big brain. Same here, mate. PC is a much better experience, says DayZ123. Just feel sorry for the people who can't afford PC. The devs should be doing a lot more. It's Monroe says, much the same, man. I still have an Xbox server and do as much as I can XML-wise, but PC is a million light years ahead because of the mod community. God bless our console brothers. Absolutely. But the beauty, I mean, I'm playing on my console now, is I can sit back in my gaming chair, relax, and play DayZ using my Xbox controller, and it is lovely. Right, off we go. Right, so Novi is left, isn't it, at the end? Off we go. Next stop, a ship on the coast. Hopefully, anyway. Oop, bit of lag there. Slow down a bit. Tizzy up there. Well, I forgot to say, it's a bank holiday here, isn't it, in the UK today? Hope everybody's had a good bank holiday Monday. down a bit, going through town. This is the way to travel in DayZ, isn't it? All the mod cons, radio cassette, FM stereo, heater, space in the back for all your spare bits so you don't have to lug them around, stay dry, although I am damp at the moment. But I've got a belly full of food, well hydrated. Just slow down a bit coming through here. Apologies for not answering the chat, it's just I've got to concentrate a lot when I'm driving. If I look away from the road, I will probably crash. But I'll definitely crash. Military roadblock. Oh, there are some military tents here. Let's have a look. Might as well have a look around. I haven't got my M4 on a thing, have I? KAM 556.45, we'll have those. Combat sights 556.45, we'll have those. SG5K mag, don't want that. Mag for the M4. Nice. Okay, A101 mag. Okay, so let us take that magazine off. Let me do that. No, I haven't got enough space. We are full. Let's eat something. Nice. Let's unbox these bullets. What bullets have I got there then? 308 win. Right, they're for the LAR, aren't they? Very another magazine. So that's got 20 in. Sounds so good, that doesn't it? Nice. Okay, let me catch up with the chat. Take off your hat also, my friend. It's Monroe says, appreciate you big time though, Scale. Help me understand XML files like the back of my hand. Still help me with the PC server stuff. Cheers, dude. No worries, it's Monroe. It's always a pleasure. Deck123 says, it's Monroe. Yeah, definitely, man. I've got an idea for your PC server. Put tier 4 loot at the ship with a few zombies. Add toxic zones so it's like the ship was carrying nuke clear gas on board. Yes, it could be Novo 6 from Call of Duty, couldn't it? Will make more people go there. Good idea. Just wish I could get the PC mods to work. I have so many ideas, just never works for me. End up with a server unreachable. Yeah, what I try and do... What's that there? Oh, what bullets does the K1 take, actually? 556 by 45. Excellent. We will empty that. Right, that's the 308 stuff, isn't it? Okay, so we've got... What's that there? 556 by 45. So is every mag full now? Virtually. Okay, so that's good. That's good. That's good. And we're off again. This is like the Valley of Death here, isn't it? Coming up to it. Actually, no, it's not. We're going through Severograd soon, aren't we? In fact, is this Severograd now? We want to slow down here because this is a big town. There is going to be lots of lag. Or is this Novo Midvozorsk? Definitely wasn't Severograd. Oh no, this is Servergrad, I think. Shows you how crap I am at navigating in DayZ. Yeah, because there's the big school just outside of town, isn't there, up here? I had a base here once. The quarry's just over there, isn't it, I think? There's the big school. Right, we're making good progress, I think. Still got plenty of fuel in the car. Again, apologies for not responding to the chat in Twitch or YouTube. I'm just concentrating on driving. And we're into the countryside again. Okay, this is Novo, isn't it, I think now? Slow down, because we're probably going to get some lag going into. This city is fantastic, isn't it? These big Eastern European tower blocks. I think one of the best changes I made actually to my XML mods was putting the rusty doors and the rusty boot and bonnet on the cars. They looked a bit silly when they looked brand new. River to our right. I do believe there's a railway, isn't there, up to our right as well. Slow down again, we've got a big town. Bound to get a little bit of lag. Superstore on our left. Big cement works on our right. Look at that place. Very Soviet. Look at the car there. I love that. Right, I think we're into the Valley of Death now, aren't we? Heading towards the coast. Had some great scrapes up here on public servers. Because we're coming up to, there's a military tent, isn't there, on the right up here. There's some sniper overlook places on both sides. Oh, some cows in the field. Oh, I love these roadblocks with the burnt out cars. Here we go. It's a good place to stop. Right, let's catch up with the chat before I have a look round. It's Monroe says, exactly that, my friend. Hopefully I can find some modded radioactive barrels on Steam Workshop, place them on the ship. If you ever need help with the PC, please feel free to hit me up on Discord, dude. That's very kind of you, It's Monroe. Neogenix says, glad I could catch you for a little bit, but the kids are freaking out from the hurricane, so I need to get going. I look forward to my tutorial videos. I'm learning a lot about modding and tuning a server, thanks to you. No worries, Neogenix. Thanks for staying along. It's been a pleasure. It's Monroe says, server has 50 plus mod running, just now a few crashes here and there, but I am tracking on. That's a lot of mods. All the rest of you, good hunting. Thank you. Kill, Switch, and Gases. How do you conserve gas while driving? Because I'm not going flat out, I guess. I'm going between 50 and 60 kilometers an hour. A Cooler Spawn says, first stream of yours I watched was that school base. Yes, just when I was discovering others who like PvE on DayZ like myself, I was not alone. Janet Magnon says, hello, what game is this called? This is DayZ. Deck123 says, it's Monroe. Thanks, man. I normally get my mate to do the modding side of things as he does coding for a living, but he's been busy lately with the kids and stuff because of the holidays. A Cooler Spawn says, DayZ, private PvE server, no killing. Hey, Scale, what is the mission tonight? Well, we found a car. We've got some weapons. You've missed it, but we grew some tomatoes and pumpkins and ate them. we shot a deer, and we've eaten quite a lot of that, and then we've dried some of the meat as well. And then we're finishing off the stream by heading towards the ship on the east coast, just to check it out before it gets changed in 1.14, probably to a radioactive zone. Killswitch Ian Gay says, love the food reviews. Looking forward to more. Yeah, no worries, my friend. It's Monroe says, pass it over. I can take a look, man. If there's anything I've learned in the last 2 weeks, it takes one step at a time. Add one more, test it, and so on. I even made a spreadsheet with the steps. That is a good idea. Very, very good idea. Right, so let's have a look around these tents, and then we will move on. That's the ACOG scope, isn't it, that? Already got one there, thank you very much. Ooh, what's this over here? Oh, look at that. Look at this beauty. Look at that. Very nice. Very, very nice. Silenced, magazine, ready to go. Ooh, we've got something else in here. We've got SG5K. I tell you, I haven't used a submachine gun for a long time. Forget these. I mean, they're so cool. Submachine gun. Tactical shirt. If there were some zombies to shoot. Normally there's zombies around these places, isn't there? I wonder where they've gone. Do some target practice with the SG5K. Nice. Right, let's be on our way. Wish you could turn the radio on. Or put a cassette tape. Woo. Got a bit of desync there. You should be able to find cassettes around the map, shouldn't you? You could put them in your cassette player. If you turn the radio on, it should just be static hiss. Or the odd numbers station. Right, here we go. We're not that far away now. This, I forget what this town's called, or city. It's on the northeast, isn't it? Ooh, big lag. Slow down. Is it this way? Ooh. No, wrong way. That's the docks. And we are on the way to the ship now. For the last phase of our little adventure that we've had tonight at DayZ on Chernarus. Ooh, we're going to hit 100. Maybe. Ooh, ooh. Didn't see them coming. Right, I've got to be careful here, otherwise I'll drive past the boat. This is a famous place. Terrible crimes took place here. Moxie, if he's watching, I know what I'm talking about. Oh, there it is. I've gone past. Got to be careful here because this car's not very good at getting up hills. I could take it somewhere where it won't be able to get. In fact, I'm a bit nervous about going down there. Don't know whether it'll be able to get back up again. No, I don't think it will. Okay, let's stash the car here. Let's catch up with the chat. Looks like a zombie holiday, says Akula. Russian guns need a new scope. I agree, Akula, says It's Monroe. I'd like to see a dovetail rail mount to be able to add M4 Picatinny rail scopes with like the ACOG. Vic says, what's up, Vic? Good to have you along. Akula says, well, that would be nice. Love the 6x48 ACOG. I agree. Deck123 says, would love to do like a prison escape type server where there's a few guards and you have to work together to try. There's plenty of videos on YouTube, people showing you doing that, exactly that. You've got to have enough people to do the role play. People love it. We could probably set that up, said Akula. We could. The Evil Genius says, ha ha ha, watch your back. Deck123 says, seen a few like it on PC, but they only seem to last about a week before getting taken down. Should be like an event or something that happens every now and again. Absolutely. Sergio Revenge said, I just came back and see you driving this car like that, bro. Hell no. Right, okay, so let's just take the tactical bacon and let's have a drink of Pepsi. Let's head over to the ship. So, what should be happening, what we think is going to be happening with 1.14 is that this ship area will become a toxic zone. I don't think I've ever been here on the Xbox Series S. You do get zombies down here, don't you, I think? I need to put up my sensitivity, I think, on my scope. What a great place this is. Fantastic, isn't it? Sure, there used to be the odd zombie here before. What a great location. Again, you can imagine if you had like the More Doors mod, where you could secure a place like this. Oh, there's a lighthouse over there. This place. Oh, somebody set up a tent. Let's see what they got. There's nothing in it. Should we leave them some stuff? Let's leave them some dried meat. And a can of... Have I still got my water bottle? I have. Let's leave them a can of cola. There we go. I love the atmosphere in this place. Can you imagine if you came out here in the zombie apocalypse, you'd have to be so careful, couldn't you? Because you knew that if you fell and slipped, that's it, you'd be effed. That would be you done. And there we go, on the bridge. Look at this view. Look at this. Where's my car? There it is. Look at this view, peeps. This is why DayZ is so magical. Absolutely fantastic. The view out to sea. But we can look down the coast, can't we? There is no other game like this, is there? Fantastic. Well, I think we've come to the end of our journey. I think we've come to the end of tonight's stream. Sergio says, what's the pop on this server? Is this just your test solo? No, there might be people around. Let's have a look. Yeah, we've got gravities on it tonight. You tend to get sort of 3, 4, 5 people on at once. No more than that, though. Akula says, you could organise a server race, fresh spawns on top of the map, first in teams. Great idea, Akula. Great idea. Vic says, do you need BDU at the toxic zones? I'd imagine you're going to need maybe just the gas mask, maybe the whole suit. Who knows? We'll have to see. Akula spawn on my old server. We was going to do banger racing event, just spawning loads of cars and smash each other up, but never got around to it. Sounds like a great idea. Okay, peeps. Well, tonight has been a really great stream. Enjoyed it very much. We've had a bit of an adventure, haven't we? We've covered a lot of ground. We've come all the way from the west coast. We planted some tomatoes and we planted some pumpkins. We found a car. We ate those pumpkins and ate those tomatoes. We found a deer. We hunted a deer. We shot a deer. We cooked the meat. We dried some meat. We went to the top of the ski resort. We came back down again. We drove across the entire north of the map. We've come to the big shipwreck just to have a look at it before it goes to a toxic zone with 114. We've had a good chat, answered some great questions, had some great questions put in, and we tested the ability of the Xbox Series S to stream to Twitch and YouTube at the same time. Lookmeup.com on Twitch says, hello Rob, was wondering if you're going to try XDK server on PC sometime soon. It is on my list of servers to check out. Look me up. Maybe, yeah, it's something I've got to do. Hopefully stream it. Evil Genius says, thanks, bud. See you next time. So I'd like to thank everybody for coming along tonight. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button or that like button or follow on Twitch. And yeah, I'll see you all again soon. Have a great week. Good night.